Good evening, fellow leaders. Welcome to How to Escape the Matrix. I'm your host, Hannah Thorsen, and I'm going to teach you how to escape the Matrix and become the true natural-born leader that you are. There's no specific first step you have to take in order to begin this journey, so this isn't going to be a step-by-step process. Rather, I'm going to share a lot of information that your intuition will guide you as to what you like the most and want to learn more about. I'm happy you're here, as this means you've reached a period in time where you want to change your life for the better. Not only for yourself, but for those around you. Today, I will be discussing how everyone believes in the exact same thing. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. This one might be a little bit controversial, but I don't claim to know everything and everything, so only listen to this episode if you have a very open mind and you're open to the concept of embracing multiple perspectives. Hello, welcome back. Today's episode is going to be a somewhat controversial video/episode. The concept of religion and just inherent spiritual beliefs, they can be misconstrued in a lot of different ways. So a lot of what I'm going to say is my own personal beliefs, and I'm so open-minded actually to the point where I'm open to the idea of my beliefs changing. I'm not so set in my beliefs that I believe they are the truth and nothing but the truth. This world is full of mystery, and in all reality, none of us really know what's going on, why we're here. We're just here, and it is what it is, and we notice things, we see things, and then we make assumptions based off of what we've seen and what we've heard in the past that we think we might know the answer, but we don't really know the answer. So a lot of what I'm going to say is this is what I've come to find to be my answer in the moment, and who knows where it can go next. So I believe that no matter what religion you practice, no matter if you're atheist or anything like that, I believe that we actually all believe in the same thing. Atheists believe in placebo, spiritualists believe in the universe, scientists believe in quantum physics, Christians believe in Jesus Christ and God. But all of these things that we believe in, they're all derived from the same source. They're all derived from the same thing, because we all came from the same thing. We just have different, look at it like we're in one specific location, but there's all these different windows, and each window is a different perspective that is looking at the same thing, but they're all different windows. So all these different windows are religion, dogmatic religion, spirituality, scientists, atheists, everything. It's the whole shebackle. And what we're all looking at through those windows is the universal life energy. It's love. Love is the primary thing that we all believe in, and we just don't realize it. We believe in a God that is one man that's looking over everybody with nothing but love. We've got the side where we don't believe in God at all. We just believe in ourselves, but within ourselves we have that love that we can give to others. Scientists, they believe in quantum physics, and when you break it down all the way into its bare minimum, bare everything, you can't see love. It's within the quantum fields. So because we are all believing in the same thing, we see source, we see the thing that created us, and we believe in that, even if it's just in a different way. Then that goes into the idea of unity consciousness, because we all, not only do we believe in the same thing, we are the same thing. We all are one. Our unity consciousness is one. Our ideas that we have, they come from the collective. You ever notice how you have an idea, and if you don't act on it, somebody else is going to have that idea? How did they have the same idea that you had when you didn't tell them about that idea? It's because of the unity consciousness. We're all connected in that little subtle way. Now people might be like, what, we are God? Because that's technically what it is. If we all believe in the same thing, we all are the same thing, we came from the same thing, we are that thing, therefore we are God. What that really means is that we have the exact same capabilities that whatever created this universe, whatever creates anything, we can do that same thing. Like electricity, you can't see electricity, it's just derived from the air. What is that? That doesn't even make sense. So yeah, because we're all God, we are all the creators of our reality. That's why this matrix, we have control over it. And that goes into free will and divine will. Now what I believe in is, I believe that we have two paths that we always have options to go down. And one path is better than the other, your divine path. Because your divine path, I believe, I believe we've been put on this earth for a specific reason. I believe that we all have different passions, and the reason why we have those different passions is because we have a specific life path that we're supposed to go down. So if you're passionate about music, if you're passionate about art, if you're passionate about a regular job, if you're passionate about food, there's a reason for that passion. You don't just have it for no reason. And I believe that that passion is your divine will, and you have to use divine will along with your free will to get to that, I guess, divine ending, or whatever path or whatever goal or whatever passion you're supposed to have and to go down. If you have a passion and you don't go towards that passion, then you're just using free will, and you're never totally going to get to that divine path if you don't put the steps in to get to it. So divine will, usually you use your intuition, you use stepping out of your comfort zone, and you use basically everything that I'm going to be talking about in this whole, podcast series. Is when you utilize all of these things with these episodes, you're using divine will, and you're going towards divine will, but you're using your free will to guide you within the divine path. It's kind of interesting. This is why I'm so gung-ho, and why I'm making a business on helping people with their passions, because I really, truly, truly believe that when you're passionate about something, you have to follow that passion no matter what, because that is what you're meant to do. You're not meant to do the stuff you don't like. You're not meant to do the stuff that makes you feel bad. You're meant to go for your passions. You're meant to go for that love. That love is our driving force. It's our driving factor of reality, of life. Love is in everything. And when you fully harness the properties of love in every facet of your life, you're going to see a huge difference. This is why I'm so into love, and I love everything about love, because it's what drives me every day, and it's what makes me enjoy the little things. It's what makes me grateful, but it's also what makes me passionate and driven, because I love what I do, and I know that it's like I love what I'm doing so much to the point where I know it's gonna get somewhere. So I'm naive. I love naivety. Oh, and I did want to add one more thing, or from earlier, back when I was saying we're all God. I recommend looking up Neville Goddard if you haven't. He is who I got that concept from, and I think it'll help. Have another source besides me to kind of like tell you what that means, and he kind of goes a little bit more into depth, honestly, than I do. I'm still kind of learning about it and stuff. I do believe in it fully, but I don't have the full encompassed true idea, I feel like Neville Goddard does, so I definitely recommend looking him up. And so with free will and divine will, that also goes into the concept of heaven and hell. I believe we are in heaven. I believe heaven on earth exists, and the only reason why people aren't seeing heaven is because the hell is not being sent somewhere to punish you for your sins. Hell is the fear, it's the mask. Hell is the mask of heaven. So, to put that in layman terms, fear is the mask of love. So when you cave into your fears and you do things wrong or whatever, or you don't go the path that you're supposed to, or you make the wrong decisions, all that is, it's just masking you from who you really are, and it's masking you from the reality of love and what you can truly be grateful for on earth. I feel like heaven is on earth just by my existence. I'm living on cloud nine all the time. I really love life. I really love this planet. I love the existence of humanity. It just fills me with, I don't know why, I really don't know why love is the primary energy and life force of this existence, but it is. And because of that knowing, I'm just so grateful that the basis of reality is love. It just makes me feel good. It makes me feel happy. And so I believe that finding that inner happiness is heaven. And finding that love and that passion and that drive is heaven. And then the hell is just the fear masquerading in that you can't do that, you're naive, blah, blah, blah. It's like the fear for me, it's like a little bit like hell is a challenge, because it's like I'm not scared of it. I know that I'm better than it. I don't give myself shit for things because you're not supposed to. You're supposed to just go through stuff. And in what world, why would there be a God that punishes you but loves you at the same time? That doesn't make sense. So whatever God or whatever universal life force is out there, when they created the 10 Commandments, or when they created these morality rules, it wasn't to say that if you break those rules, you're going to hell and you're a horrible person. No. Your mistakes don't make you a horrible person. You're not defined by your mistakes. Your mistakes are meant to learn. And sometimes it might feel like it's against you, or it might feel like you've made a bad mistake and now you're a bad person and you're never going to be able to recover from it, but you can. And that's the beauty of love, is love transmutes pain. Love transmutes mistakes and problems, because love is the creative source of life. So in the long and short of it, religion and strict beliefs completely hinder empathy and give an extreme sense of control to those that practice it in extremes, when they're trying to force people to believe something, or they'll get angry when somebody doesn't believe in something. That's practicing it in extremes, and that can very much hinder empathy, and it can make people be very close-minded and not allow them to really experience the beauty of the world and what we have to offer and what we have to give and what we have to receive. I actually recommend checking out a video on YouTube called Everything You Are. I forgot who it's by, but it's just a very beautiful, poetic video about the concept of love and relationships, and at the end it kind of talks about how there's so many different versions of what God could be and what these religions could be, that just there's so many versions of everything, of what anything could be, that it would be ridiculous for us to believe that one of these things could just be the truth. There's just so many different things, and we really don't know what the truth is. So I recommend checking that video out. But inherently, when you fully are set on a religion or a belief, it can very much cause you to be closed-minded and give you a false sense of superiority, in that you're like, oh, well, I know something you don't, and if you don't believe it and know it, then you're in the wrong and you're gonna go to hell and you're not meant to be in this world, or whatever the heck. And it's just like, no, that's not how this works. So for this specific episode, the main thing that I want you to practice, try to remove any beliefs that you are stone cold set on. Try and open your mind a little bit, and look into what other people have experienced, and see the similarities between your beliefs and another. Even if those similarities are actually complete polar opposites, there is still similarity and duality, as crazy as it sounds. This goes back into black and white and gray. It's all the same thing. When you practice releasing yourself from those dogmatic religions, and stop being fearful about your lack of control of how you perceive this universe, and you just allow the universe to be and accept everything and nothing as the inherent truth. Everything is true and nothing is true at the same time. When you just allow that to exist, just truly fully embrace that everything and nothing is true, and you go about life with an extreme open-mindedness as to what everybody has experienced, what everybody has to offer, and you see these similarities even in the opposites, it's really going to help expand your mind and allow you to be more empathetic and loving and excited for life, instead of being controlling and feeling like if you don't have that control, you're just going to miss out. And if your ego doesn't have control on the belief on what this existence is, then you're going to go down a rabbit hole if you continue to stick to beliefs so hardcore to the point where nobody can change your mind. And there are certain beliefs I suppose you can have where that's alright to have, but when it comes to controversial topics like this, I would say just keep an open mind. It'll help you feel better, you'll feel more loving, and conversations about this stuff will come more naturally and easily to you, instead of them turning into confrontations or arguments, because you're just a lot more open and willing to see what the other perspective is. So yeah, I hope this episode was a little bit enlightening as to the reality of what, this universe and existence is. I'm still learning, and I'm still open to seeing if there's anything I haven't learned yet, because I'm very young, and I recognize that, and I don't know everything, so definitely take everything I say with, a little bit of a grain of salt. Take what resonates with you, and leave what doesn't. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. I will see you next Sunday, and as always, remember, experience does not equal potential. Peace.